Hey, it's been a while. Hey, you've been driving for a while. Do you want me to take over? Cause you've been at it for I think over 4 hours now, and I'm sure you're as tired as I am at this point. I mean, are you sure? This thing is how much longer are we gonna be on the road for? Because if we're going off of what of your beginning estimate of around 12 hours, then we have 8 more to go. And I'm not really doing anything right now, so basically wrapped up whatever I was watching. We still got plenty of drinks back here. I could bring you a snack or something if you wanted me to. But I mean, it's not like we have to go the whole way. I mean, there's bound to be a spot around here where we can just take a break and at least have one of us sleep. Well, I mean, yeah, that's true. I could have been sleeping so that I could cover you better, but I can't really say my sleep is exactly aligned to make that work, you know? I mean, that's the thing. I'm just used to being at home. So the moment that I go out and doing something like this, it just throws me off, and I'm really not used to it. Yeah, but I suppose that's just you, right? Just keep on driving on, and that's what you prefer doing. I guess the whole van is that giveaway of how much you just prefer being on the road. You know what? Fine. I'm gonna go up there with you. Come on. You say you're fine, but you're looking kind of dead right now. And I'm quite certain that you don't exactly want to get the both of us in some kind of collision or anything. I know there isn't really many drivers to be found, but I mean, it's still better to avoid any potential damage to, this thing, right? So, I don't know, either just find a spot to stop or just let me take over for a bit. So what I don't mind doing is I'll take over your spot right now, and if I find a suitable enough place, then we can go ahead and stop and then actually get some real rest. And then we got plenty of food and all that stuff, so no, we're not exactly running low on anything. I guess that's your call to make. I'm just putting that suggestion out there because, well, I do think that's the best choice we can make. Yeah, well, sooner or later there'll be a good chance where we can momentarily pull over and switch. I think by the time we reach the following tunnel there, and then we can. No, to be honest, I'm surprised that you actually, invite me to these whenever you do. Because, you end up paying for everything, really. I don't really have much to offer other than, I guess, just be company while you make your trip. And this is all just for family, right? So, I don't know, part of me feels like I'm kind of leeching off a little bit, but I guess I really shouldn't worry since if that would have been an issue for you, then you wouldn't have offered in the first place. But for whenever you can make these things happen, I do quite enjoy it for what it is. Even if at the end of it I'm kind of start getting homesick and just want to go back. Actually, I think it would have been a lot worse if we just were doing these trips with a normal car. I don't know how you found this one, but personally, I really do like it. Oh, it's like a whole lot of nothing here. Do we try stopping? No, I'll just keep going. Oh, no, we're cool on gas too. We get enough. Yeah, I kinda do meant it though, where I feel like maybe I don't net too much. You kinda handle everything. Cause you know me, I don't exactly. I'm not one that's too fond of being out there and constantly driving. I still can, just when I need to, right? But maybe if it wasn't a mandatory thing, then it wouldn't be so bad. But, well, what else could I really do about it? It's just how it is. Oof. That's a lot better. Not better for you that you can at least give it a rest for a bit. Yeah, even after all this time, I'm still not exactly used to looking around and talking. A lot of rocks. No, not here. By the way, what was the reason for this trip this time? Right, because I get the gist that whenever you do these, it's for the for your family. It's all the way out there. But to me, it's like there's always a secondary reason behind it too. Well, the last time it was to basically help them move out to another house. And then the one before that was basically for a special birthday that was coming up. So I guess when certain things pop up, instead of just going out whenever you feel like it. I mean, I guess you can, right? If you just essentially just lived on the road. That'd be really hard for me though, just to leave everything behind like that. I have way too many things to even consider just being in a car. Living in a car, I mean. I wonder if some of those people do it. Or I guess maybe with someone that have a whole motorhome, I guess. I wonder what it's like being in one of those, actually. Actually, it might kind of suck, actually, trying to drive one around. Would you need a special license to drive one of those? Or do they not care? Or I guess you could just get one that you can just hitch as a trailer, right? Wait, then wait, what's the difference? A trailer home, motor home. And then you got the smaller camping vans, right? Kind of like this one. Okay, so then trailers are ones that are detached and are its own thing. And then the motorhomes are basically the own one. Okay. Are there any other kind of ones that might exist? Or for the smaller ones? Right, that'd be interesting to. Who knows? Maybe you can see that as your next. I don't know, like your next step up, I guess, if that's something that interests you. But I think this small one's actually really cozy. You know, sometimes I am actually kind of astonished with your trust for me to actually be behind the wheel of this thing. Well, it's not like it's the hardest thing to maneuver. It sure helps that it's certainly not massive or supremely heavy like the modern ones are. You sure don't see a lot of these every day. And that's if someone decides to essentially overhaul it and stuff. I mean, people do crazy stuff with their campers and their vans all the time. You ever see how some do with certain trucks, and when they convert them into food trucks and everything? Those are wild. When they have enough space for everything there, all their supplies, and then the ingredients and stuff. It's really cool. You know, instead of just getting a restaurant, then just get a van, I guess. Maybe it's just easier to go that route and cheaper too. And that way you don't have to really worry about, you know, looking after a whole building. Maybe that's the same appeal for living on the road. Well, yeah, that's true. It's a whole different world to me. Even I'm still not sure exactly what I want. I mean, this is like, you know, having all this is cool and all. Just, I feel like after a while I'd probably get over it. Because having I don't know, just having a fixed home and place where you live is kind of comforting in a way. You know, that regardless of whenever you're out, there's always, you know, some place you can go back to. So it makes me wonder if you have that same connection with this van as with others with, well, bigger vehicles. I guess maybe even further than that, maybe people just living in a normal sized car. People are able to pull that off, right? It sounds kind of sad to me, but I wouldn't be surprised if some willingly do it that way. Yeah, well, my family do kind of worry every time I go with you. It's just that, knowing me, right, I'm not used to this sort of thing. But I just make sure to constantly update them and let them know I'm still doing okay. Most of the time anyway, they don't even bother to ask me if I want to go with them if they go and do something. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how to take that either. Because on one hand, I guess that's nice that they just leave me be like that. But on the other hand, it's, the assumption of just not bothering to ask if I even want to go or not. I suppose that underlies the bigger part that does matter to me, and that is that they're always giving me my space instead of just ushering me to go to every single thing that they go to. Instead, I kind of had to be the one to ask about going somewhere with them. Yeah. Even for some certain things, it's I get a little nervous when I just ask to go with them, because I just feel like a dumb kid. But oh well. Yeah, I know, it sounds kind of ridiculous when I can literally just drive myself to where they are, follow along with them. Actually, I think I might make this stop here. No, never mind, I don't like how open it is. Let's keep going. At least when it comes to you, you're pretty tight with your family. It almost seems like anything that goes on, that they'll let everyone know about it. Or make sure that everyone at least has a chance to be included. Yeah, we could stop here. I don't know how I feel about all the trees though. Any woodsy areas makes me very uneasy, I'm gonna be honest. Not bad though, not bad. I'm surprised you're still actually up in the front here talking with me instead of trying to take a nap or something. Yeah, well, when it was your turn, I was catching up on a few episodes. It was quite alright, but then it got a little boring. That's kind of my problem, since I was sort of binging it, because I tend to get bored watching something if I keep watching it back to back. That's why I mostly enjoy series to end up being a lot shorter. I don't know how you fit that screen in here though. But the whole mechanism too is actually really cool. Really good quality too. And the sound system too. Oh, you had your dad do that for you? I guess he's really good at it. Yeah, that's one thing I noticed is that he could have gone the easy way of just letting the wires be. But I saw that he actually said I'd take the more thorough route and actually tuck them so they're out of sight. Oh yeah, that too. Wouldn't really want anything to touch them or come into contact with those. I wouldn't know too much about when it comes to hooking up a sound system. But you're able to get his help and his know-how to basically hook you up with a really good one. Yeah, the tiredness is actually really getting to me. But I do think I'm a little bit better off than you are right now. Oh wait, this looks good actually. Hold on, I'm gonna stop right here. Hold on. Okay. There you go. You think we should stop by, like, a place to eat if we come across one? Well, not that we have to, just... I kind of crave for some restaurant food. Doesn't really matter if it's like fast food or not. Just something that's, you know, not a snack. Anyway, let's get this all set up. Anyway, we should start getting this all set up. No, as nice as this place is, I think we should remember the reason why we're stopped here in the first place. There's a very nice view, actually. That's true. Just be on the van and, you know, go have a actual proper lay down and at the very least try, right? Just try that you're able to be able to get much needed sleep in any capacity. Yeah, I know it's actually really blue out here, but here we are now. Are you feeling more cozy and settled in? That's good. Because just holy, just non-stop driving for you. Yeah, anyway, I'll basically just be here until I'll basically be here until I see you finally sleeping, and then it can be my turn after, you know, make sure everything's okay. I still remember that little checklist thingy that you had prepared for me. Basically things to check and look out for whenever you weren't able to. And so, yeah, I remember it, and I still have it just in case I forget anything. But yeah, I haven't forgotten. Anyway though, I think you should finally just rest those eyes, because they're way too red than what they should be. Okay. So, you better sleep and get ready for the next few hours. once we wake up, we can get up and get back on the road as soon as possible. So I'm sure you're eager to continue where we last left off and then finally make it to where we need to be. Well, where you need to be. I'm just a passenger. But by the time we do wake up, then we'll be able to have enough energy to finish the rest of the drive. And then we can have snacks and whatever food we can find if we end up passing a restaurant of some sorts. Something good and light, but not super heavy that can make us feel lethargic or right. So let's not try to go overboard in that regard. So you can just forget about all of that for now and just look forward to having a decent sleep or a nap. But I have a feeling that for the both of us we're gonna end up being maybe unwilling to get up after feeling so comfy in our spots.